What's going on, guys? We're down here at Sears Bellows out in the Hamptons at Long Island, and I'm going to attempt to catch some sunfish today, bluegill, and maybe a little bit of perch. I've caught a lot at this lake before. So today I'm using a Kast King Perigee rod. This is a 6-foot ultralight. I'm using a Shimano reel. I'm just using 10-pound mono on here. I feel like it's more sensitive for fishing. On top here, I have directly to the line, I have a little bobber with a 1/4 ounce weight on the bottom. And I'm using about a, let's say, 28 to 30 inch leader. I'm using a size, I think this is a 6 freshwater hook. With a longer shank, it's easier because right over here, we got some live worms going on. Best bait. And because the water's so hot today, the fish are out in the deeper water. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put a small BB shot like this. I'm gonna put this maybe 3 to 4 inches above the hook. And I'm gonna cramp that on just so I can sink the bait down a little deeper. Just like that. And then you can use pliers and adjust the length of it on here. And this will get your bait down deeper so it doesn't float around on the top with the weeds. And should hopefully land you a couple of fish. So I'm gonna bait up real quick and get a line out there and we'll tune back in. Okay, perfect. So what we got here is we got these large night crawlers here. And if you're going for largemouth bass and stuff like that, I'd recommend putting the whole worm on. But because we're just going for these small sunfish, I cut about 1 inch off the worm. And then you it's gonna fall on the floor. And then get the dirt off them. It'll come off in the water anyway. Uh-oh. And then what I kind of do is I just either lace the worm on or go in through a couple times through the body, just so you can get the hook point sticking out of the worm. And you should be getting this is about the perfect size bait for most sunfish and small perch at the bottom, especially because we have this long leader. So let's go ahead and get out there. We'll do a cast. I found a perfect spot out there in between the lilies. And we'll see what we can get. Perfect. All right, guys, we just arrived here at Sears Bellows. And I didn't think there'd be much fish here at first, so I lengthened the leader of the rod. And we got actually our first little sunfish here. I'm using live worms and setting, I don't know, maybe a 28-inch leader here down to the bottom with a little sinker. And we're catching them. The water's really warm, so we'll do the best we can today. But we just got here, first fish. So hopefully it should be a pretty good day for this. And we'll keep you guys updated as the day goes on.
You know?
He's really little. Really little fish. All right, we got our first fish here. And we got a little green sunfish here, actually. Nice little species here. Kind of swallowed the hook, but we'll get that right out. Okay. Perfect, just like that. There's the first species. Toss them back, and safe catch and release there. All right, so we actually got here our first perch. Now, I caught these here last time, and these are beautiful little fish, as you guys can see. Now, they get a lot bigger than this. This is just a baby, but this lake, they have this cool top fin. This lake does have a couple of perch in them. Every once in a while, you will catch one, and then we'll get a video here if you guys want. Just let him go here. There he goes, off into the wilderness. All right, perfect. So now we're down here at the lake, and I just want to give a tip to the beginners. When you come down to a lake and you see all this green weed here, a lot of the times this is going to be difficult fishing, whether your hook gets caught up into it or you're just going to find some snags that you didn't see. So what you kind of want to do is you kind of want to look for a sandy area. And what I do is when I get to a lake, I always walk around the lake first. I see what's around the lake. And we actually found this spot over here. I'll show you guys what it looks like. And it was a sandy bank here, and it kind of goes right out into the lilies, which is where you want to fish, because in hot days like this when the water's warm, the fish are constantly looking for places to hide in the shade and easy food. So we came over here and I spotted this little bank. And I knew this was good because this kind of led right out. So the fish probably come up here in the morning and they can pick off little bugs and stuff and not have to deal with the algae here. So you get this little sandbank, and you can already see small little minnows swimming around here. And what I was just doing, I was casting out toward those lilies. And before, a lot of the fish, they hide under the lilies right there. And and that's where you catch most of the fish. So it's important when you get to a lake, you kind of want to just do a quick overview of the lake, because you don't want to waste your time fishing in a spot where you're going to get caught up all day. Nobody wants that. So we'll get back out there and we'll see if we can get another fish. There we go, second little perch of the day. Just so you guys know, that tip paid right off. I cast it right out into the weeds over there, and boom, I got him. Uh-oh. There he goes.
Swimming away.
Yeah, we'll do a quick release there for him.
I think he likes us.
Yeah, he likes us. No, he's bored of us now. There he goes. But right there, as you can see, he's swimming back out toward those weeds. That's where they're all hiding the fish. So that's your best spot and best chance to catch them. Guys, anybody handling perch and the bigger fish, these spines up here can definitely get you. And they have another big spine. When you grab them, they'll stick out their gills. On the end here, the gills right there at the gill plate. And that'll get you too. So the best bet is to kind of grab them by the lip. Or you can also grab them by the underbelly like that, and they won't hurt you. And then these guys are much too small to keep, but when they do get bigger, they are good eating. So we'll let him go right now.
Won't you say why you're a stranger now? Your eyes escaping mine.
Now, because this is one of the more quieter lakes here on Long Island, if you can kind of just sit by and just enjoy nature, a lot of times here you'll see what you think is a fish, but there are actually a bunch of these turtles sticking their heads up through the reeds. There was one right there. And along the banks here, where all these lilies are, it's great bass fishing if you're using a frog. So it's all really nice here on the lake. This is a secluded lake. It's one of the parks here, so not a lot of people come here to fish. So that's why we're doing so well today. All right, guys, we're ending the day here on the lake, and we're ending it on a good note. Oh, we got a jumbo perch right here. Not a keeper, but a lot bigger than the ones we've been catching so far. Just get them off the hook here, and I'll show them to you. These are really beautiful fish. There we go. There's a nice, beautiful perch for you guys right down here at Sears Bellows. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There'll be more vlogs soon as we let this guy swim away. There he goes.